All right, Shalom. I'm gonna do a quick sound check. All right, Shalom. I'm gonna do it. All right, we good. We are Tawab. All right, Shalom, Shalom. First off, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, HaKodash, Shalom Yom. With Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the Word only calls God, and Yahweh Shai being the true name of the Lord and Savior of the nation of Israel, who the Word only calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honor to my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who teach me one these last days and who are the true religion of Israel, whether you conceive it or not, who taught me 100% truth. And I also want to say peace and blessings to the Lord's elect. All right, this is Brother Mashal. Come back at you with a quick live lesson through the Spinner Pie of Yahweh Shai, representing the Cleveland branch of Great Millstone. I want to say the Wadi Yahweh Shai for giving the spirit and having the mercy for allowing me to do this lesson. And this should be a quick lesson. We'll see how the spirit roll, but the title of this lesson will be "What a Whore." All right, what a whore. And when you read through the scriptures, it's only one nation of people that's described as a whore. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Revelation 17. Revelation 17 and verse 1, it says, "And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters." All right, now when you jump down to the 15th verse, the waters represent peoples, right? People in different languages and different nations. All right, so this is one of the seven angels holding back the seven vials. Okay, it's also known as the seven trumpets, right? The seven plagues. What else is there? I can't think of the other one. But this is just the number of completion that's going to devastate Babylon the Great. Okay, in this beast system. Okay, seven meaning completion. All right, and this is the angel talking with John the Revelator to show the judgment of the great whore. All right, now when we get this word whore, let's see.
Strong's G 4204. Parne. Parne.
All right. It says a woman who sells her body for sexual uses, a prostitute, a harlot, one who yields herself to defilement for the sake of gain. This is what Esau does, right? They yield themselves for defilement for the sake of gain. So what do? They whore themselves out to these different nations. All right, we're gonna dive deeper into this. All right, metaphor, idolatrous of Babylon. Example, Rome, the chief seat of idolatry. Okay, so Babylon is synonymous with being a whore. All right, and we are in Babylon the Great right now. It's not a mystery anymore. All right, now when we get this the word whore on the Edom Online, um, let's see. It says prostitute, right? Harlot. It says fornication, right? And we already know who's a fornicator, right? Let's get that real quick. Let's get that real quick. Hebrews 12. One of the synonyms for whore is a fornicator. Now let's see. Hebrews 12 and 16. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator or a profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright." All right. So Esau and the Edomites are synonymous with what? Being fornicators. Okay, being whores, being harlots. So when we read Revelation 17, we get the understanding of who this whore is, right? And lest there be any fornicator or a profane person as who? as Esau, the father, the progenitor of the Edomites. All right. So this is that great whore, man. The Edomites in their power structure, right? The chief seat of idolatry. It says of Babylon, i.e. Rome. Example, Rome. So when we go back to Revelation 17, in verse 1, it says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will shew thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. You see, so this is the angel showing John the Revelator the judgment that's coming to this whore, right? That's coming to this fornicator, which is who? Which is Esau Edom. All right. It says, verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. And there goes that word fornication again. It says, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunken, or have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. You see, with Esau's different philosophies, democracy, right? Different things that that the back in the day in the the 60s, 70s, the world currency was the FRN note, right? The Federal Reserve note. Okay, they pushed that type of way on the nations. Because why? Because the Lord has set them up to be the hammer of the earth, right? The Lord has set them up to be given the earth into the hands of the wicked. So this is how the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of Esau's, the beast, the whore that's riding on the beast, right? Their fornication. Because when you go to let's go to Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51. And this is you can see the topic: Babylon judged for sins against Israel. All right, in Israel, are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians? You make up the children of Israel. Okay, going back to your patrilineal lineage, meaning your father's line. You're not judged of where you come from by your mother. You're judged. Your lineage goes by the house of your father. You can read about that all throughout Numbers, the first couple of chapters. All right, so Babylon judged for the sins against Israel. Now we already got what the horror was, right, in Revelation 17, where it said Babylon, i.e. Rome. Okay, the Edomites, because this is spiritual Babylon the Great. All right, this is Rome rebirthed. All right, it says, jumping down to verse 7, it says, Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. They have made all the earth drunken. You see? Why? Because the earth was given to Esau to devour, to consume. That's what he is, man. Wherever he goes, it's destruction. This is the spirit that the Lord put on this man and his descendants. All right, it says Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations, right? Just like it says in Revelation 17, have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You see, so this whore is passing out different philosophies, different avenues and different ways to for them to sneak in and take over. right? When they have these United Nations meetings, nobody wears their their tribal or customary garments anymore. Everybody's in a suit and tie, right? The main language that's in the world is English, right? You don't see children in grade school in America, learning to speak Mandarin. But those same Moabites over in China and saying places like that, they practice English. Why? Because English is the world language. Because they're run by the Edomites, man. And that whore that rideth on the Edomite power structure, which is the beast system, that whore is America. That's controlling this beast. All right, we're gonna jump to let's go to Habakkuk 2. And 15, it says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, that maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look at that thou mayest look on their nakedness. You see? So woe unto him, destruction unto him that giveth his neighbor to drink. And this is what Esau has done. He's made the whole earth drunken with his philosophies, with his garbage. And when you read Revelation 18, let's go there. Let's go there real quick. Revelation 18. And verse 3, it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You see? So Esau the elites of Esau has been on their back with their legs open, man. Giving it to all the nations just for them to stay afloat. All right, and this is why everything that you see in America is made in China, made in Taiwan, made in some other country, because America makes it rain with these nations, right? They lay in bed with these nations to make a dollar. So it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Okay, being a whore. Right? And jumping down to verse 7, it says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. You see, this is the mindset of Esau. They've been whoring themselves out, but what do? They still got their necks propped up to the air, like they ain't been ran through, man. Like they're a virgin or something like that. That they sit a queen. You see, in a so-called high place. They're not going to see any sorrow. But Esau been ran through, man. You pass a neighborhood hoochie around. That's Esau. All right. It says, verse 8, it says, therefore shall a place come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judges her. And this is coming soon. Okay. The ultimate destruction via thermonuclear missiles. All right, continuing on, verse 9, it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they see the smoke of her burning. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city. For in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. And see, this is why Esau is a bad wench, man. Because these nations are going to be, wailing because they're not going to be able to make money off of this whore no more, man. All right, but this is what Esau portrays. Where'd it go again? I see the queen, right? All they do is throwing lipstick on a pig, just like with Keisha, man. Keisha is jacked up, man. But what do? They put the weave on, they put the makeup on, the lashes, drawing their eyebrows, put the lipstick on. Get ass shots and boob jobs and long nails and high heels and all this fake stuff, tummy tucks and all this fake stuff to make them be portrayed a certain way. But really, they just ran through whores, man. And this is the same thing that's going on with Esau. But they portray themselves as what? A queen, royalty, sitting on the throne. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to Revelation 17 and continue on. It says in Revelation 17 and verse 3, it says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast. Okay, red. Okay, why? Because this is the Edomite power structure. All over the earth, man. Okay, the alliance that they made. The 7 heads and the 10 horns. All right, let's get that. I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast full of names of blasphemy and having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads represent the military portion of the beast, which is NATO, and the 10 horns represent the financial portion of the beast. All right, that's another breakdown for another lesson. But the 7 horns, what's that? France, not France, Slovakia, Great Britain, Greece, Rome, Germania Major, Germania Minor, French, and Spanish. Those are the 7 heads. Those are all Edomites. They just speak different languages. All right. You also have other nations that are actually Edomites, but they're not part of the beast system, right? You have the Russians. Russians are Edomites, right? But they're not a part of the beast system. The beast system was formed to combat the sheer size and the military force of the USSR. All right. Verse 4, it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. Okay, and purple is just a representation of royalty, right? When they mocked Yahweh Shai, and I believe that was, it was in all the Gospels, but specifically, I'm thinking of Matthew 27, I believe. Let me get this real quick. Matthew 20, 7 and 31. Let's see. Let's start at verse 29. Verse 28, it says, and they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. Okay, and that's that. Where was it? Let's keep going, because this word scarlet goes back. Let's get this word scarlet.
Strong's G 2847. Cockiness. Cockiness.
See, crimson, right? You got crimson, which is like a sort of like a reddish color. Let's see. All right, this not. It may have been in John where it says that he was clothed. They put a purple robe on him. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. Yep, John 19. I knew it was in John. Let's see. What was it? Yep, in Mark. Okay, so I thought it was in Matthew, but it's in Mark and John. So we'll get the one in John. John 19. And 1, it says, then Pilate therefore took Yahushua and scourged him, and the soldiers platted a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they put on him a purple robe, because that purple represents royalty, right? And they were mocking him. Okay, you can read about that. The color purple when Moses had to set up the tabernacle, right? When the Lord gave the instructions to build how to build the tabernacle, you had certain what am I going to say? Veils that were purple, okay, because it represented royalty. All right, it says, and said, "Hail, King of the Jews," and they smote him with their hands. So they was mocking Yahushua. All right, but going back to Revelation 17, it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. All right, and that's what it was. That's what it said in Jeremiah 51:7, that the Lord, that Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, because the Lord allowed the Edomites to do these certain things, man, to behave like they've been. All right, it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. The mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. See, she gives. What does a mother do? They birth children, right? So Babylon the Great, which is America, has birthed these abominations in the earth, man. Now everybody's sipping the Babylon Kool-Aid. Right? So this is what Babylon portrays, man. The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. It says verse 6. It says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered and with great admiration. You see, and this in the Apostle John, that an Apostle Tahar went into this. What was it, a couple days ago? But he always goes into stuff like this. But he said that John the Revelator actually saw a fine ass woman, man. Because it was a vision. The Apostle John didn't see America, right? The vision that he got was a fine ass woman, that was pleasing to look on. So this is why he wondered with great admiration. Let's get this word admiration, because this is what Jake does, man. They get seduced by the beauty of all this makeup and all this other stuff that they got on, man. When really Babylon the Great is a hood rat, man. That's been passed around from block to block.
Strong's G 2295, Thalma. Thalma.
All right, it says a wonderful thing, a marvel, wonder, to wonder exceedingly. Let's see. Let's see. Let me I'm just gonna look at the Oxford dictionary, the Oxford admiration. It says respect and warm approval. All right, it says some synonyms, an appreciation, regard, respect, praise, extolment. You see, what does it say about lifting? That we're gonna extol the Lord's voice to the clouds. Let's see. Compliments, high regard, pats on the back. Okay, so this is what Jake, 2/3 Jake does, and they hold Esau in high regards. They wonder with great admiration. You already know how Israelite man get, man. You know, you see a fine woman, you know, and Jake like natural women. You know what I'm saying? Well, me myself, I do. You know, just a natural woman. You know, ain't no makeup. You know, natural curly hair. No nails, none of that garbage. You know what I'm saying? Natural beauty, and a lot of Eve is naturally beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But the fornication of Esau tells them that they got to put all this garbage on, right? So, but Jake naturally likes a natural woman. So when you see a beautiful woman walking down the street, you holler at her. You know what I'm saying? You know what was that movie? With Friday with Miss Parker, across the street or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Craig and Smokey was sitting on the porch, admiring Miss Parker. They was looking at her with great admiration. This is the same thing that the Apostle John saw, but this was just a vision that he didn't understand yet. All right. Verse 7, it says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? It says, I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which has 7 heads and 10 horns. All right. And let's get this word marvel real quick.
Strong's G 96, Thalmazo. Thalmazo.
All right. It says, yeah, to be had in admiration, to marvel. Oxford Dictionary, to be filled with wonder or astonishment. Synonyms: to stare, to gape, to admire, to appreciate, to be amazed, to be astonished, to stand in awe. Yeah. So this is what what John the Revelator was doing, man. Right? He was marveling after this woman that was riding on this beast, because this is the the witchcraft that they portray, that they put out there. All right, and when we get, you know what, let's get Edom Online. Let's go back to the Edom Online for the word whore, because it was a little bit more meat on this. Let's see. Here we go. It might have shifted by influence of Middle English homonym whore, which is what? Physical filth, slime. It says also moral corruption, sin. You see, so this is what, see, this is why we have to look up words, because a whore, it only talks about one nation of people, man, that the Lord created. All right, and this is Esau, Edom, because they're morally corrupt. They're full of sin. That man of sin has been revealed. They are physical filth, slime. It says a general term of abuse for an unchaste or lewd woman. Whoo! Esau is a lewd woman, man. Let's get this word lewd real quick. Let's get this word lewd. Lewd, it says crude and offensive in a sexual way. All right, so and what is that? That's, I mean, spiritual, that's fornication. All right, synonyms: dirty, filthy, obscene, pornographic, tasteless, indecent, gross, disgusting, vile. What let me get this precept. Let me get this precept real quick. What did Job say? That he was a vile man, right? Let's see. Job 30:8, they were children of fools, yea, children of basemen. They were what? They were viler than the earth. This is talking about Esau, Edom. Right? Who are the ones that were in the caves, what? Eating mallows by the bushes, eating roots for meat. They were driven among men. Right? They were driven from among men. To what? To dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks? What did Obadiah say? Though that thou hast made thy habitation high, you know, it dwelleth in the cleft of the rocks. This is all talking about Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, who runs this whole earth. And the American white man is the beast that's riding on this or the whore that's riding on this beast. Okay, controlled by the Rothschilds over in Great Britain. This all smells of bullshit. Inside joke, but yeah. So this all screams Esau. Who was a fornicator? Esau, right? What is a fornicator? A whore, right? So when we go to let's go to Leviticus. Let's get a law real quick. 21. In verse 7, it says, they shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane. Neither shall they take a woman put away from a husband, for he is holy unto his power. All right, but the point of this is that thou shalt not take a wife that is a whore. And this is why the Apostle Paul said in, I believe it's 2 Corinthians 12, I believe. We've been espoused. Let's see. Or the 1 Corinthians 12. 2 Corinthians 11. Slakia. 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 2. It says, "For I am jealous over you with a godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashayah." All right, so the law says that thou shalt not marry a whore, right? But we're trying to prepare ourselves for the marriage to Yahushua. You see, so this is why I had brought out that in a previous lesson about that death shall be chosen rather than life in Jeremiah the 8th chapter. Because Jake is the majority of Jake, 2/3 Jake is gonna choose to get in bed with Esau instead of following and being prepared for the marriage of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. Let's go to Nahum 3, because Nahum prophesied about a well-favored harlot, right? Nahum 3 and verse 4 says, "Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot," which is who? Esau Edom, the whore that rideth on the beast. It says the mistress of witchcrafts. This is, and when you read Revelation 19 and 18 and 23, yeah, Revelation 18 and 23, it talks about by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. Okay, and that goes back to the word pharmakia, and you can look up the definition of that. So this is what he lives by. He lives by sorceries. He lives by black magic. He lives by witchcraft. He lives by divination. This is how he's able to stay one step ahead of the rest of the nations, because the Lord is allowing him to do these things on the left-hand side, right? It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredom. See, putting that bottle to their mouth to drink. Woe unto that man. It says, and families through her witchcrafts. So Esau is a serpent. You know, he's a serpent, man, a cunning serpent. All right, and we're gonna wrap it up. Let's go to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9. And verse 6, it says, "Give not thy soul unto harlots or whores," right? That thou lose not thine inheritance. You see, you don't want to give your soul unto harlots, okay? And the chief harlot is Esau Edom, the beast system, right? Taking that mark of the beast, which is the RFID micro C-HIP. You don't want to give your soul to the head harlot, man. Right? That you're gonna lose your inheritance, which is what? That first ride up out of here, man. Avoiding the second death. What's that? The scripture says that talks about inheriting all things. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. Revelation 21 and 7, it says, "He that overcometh what? Let's go back to Sirach. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance. Okay, so once you take that micro C hip, you're giving your soul unto the chief harlot, which is Esau Edom. All right, so going back, because it says that thou shall not lose the inheritance. It says Revelation 21:7, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. You see, so you don't want to lose inheriting all things to sell your soul to feed your family, man. To do small things that the Lord can guide you out of. So this is what we have to continue to practice and continue to understand, right? What the whore that Esau Edom is. Okay, and we already got the definition. Whore, right? Physical filth, slime, also moral corruption, sin. Okay, don't fall for Esau's bullshit, man. Right? What does it say in 2 Corinthians? What is that? Hold on one second. Let me get that. Is it 1 Corinthians? Let me see. 1 Corinthians 2. I believe it's Second Corinthians. Second Corinthians 2 and verse 11 says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. And we're not going to be ignorant to the point where we're going to give our soul unto the chief harlot, man. Okay. Via the worshiping the image of the beast, via taking the mark of the beast. Like I say, is from starting with Elder Apostle Tahar, and the apostles of Great Millstone on down, which is the RFID micro C hip, man. All right, so don't be a whore because Esau is a whore. When we've been espoused to one husband, we're not playing the harlot. All right, read about that in Hosea, right? Hey, so Lord Williams' lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and infinite worship to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Mercha HaKodash, Lalam Yom. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Kwame Sharala, Mawat Lababal, Shalom.